Welcome to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Rhonda Lonnert.
And I'm Chuckalicious Chuck Williams.
And this morning, we're going to talk about something. And this is something we do a lot of work with the High Plains Food Bank here on the chat. And I tried to do this a couple of years ago. And it's about wasting. It's a gap. Reportedly, about 38% of the food produced in the U.S. in 2021 went uneaten. That's 10% of the population. 34 million people are currently experiencing food insecurities. That's roughly 119 billion pounds of food finding its way to landfills rather than feeding families in need. Chick-fil-A is stepping up to do something about this, and they've initiated a new project. The biggest offenders, individual homes. It's the individuals that waste the most food in your own home. Their new program, Chick-fil-A Shared Table Program, is an initiative that redirects surplus food from its restaurants to local soup kitchens, shelters, food banks, and nonprofits. To date, more than 2,000 of the company's restaurants in 47 states have donated enough food to serve 23 million meals through the Shared Table Program. Joining us today, Mr. Brent Fielder, Senior Director of Corporate Social Media Responsibility for Chick-fil-A. And also, we've got Chef Loris Gibson from St. Vinny's Bistro, a San Antonio-based nonprofit partner featured in the Shared Table cookbook together. And Brent and Loris will talk a little bit about this program. Good morning. How are y'all doing this morning?
Good morning. Doing well. How about yourself?
We're doing great. We're doing great. Go right ahead, Mr. Rhonda.
Well, I'm so impressed with the idea behind all this. But let's talk about food waste, because I talk about it quite a bit, being a wellness coach and delving into nutrition and things like that. But the biggest offenders are individual households. Is that correct?
Yeah, so absolutely. Food waste is a huge problem in the United States, and we feel like we have a responsibility to help be able to redirect some of that food waste into very purposeful food. Our Chick-fil-A Shared Table Program, like you just highlighted, is a way that we corporately get to do that. Our local owner operators can take their excess food in their restaurants and be able to donate it to local nonprofit partners like Chef Loritz and what he represents, and they take that food and they're able to repurpose it and donate it to people who are in need.
Absolutely. You know, you're absolutely right. And one of the things, being a client as well as experiencing homelessness myself, I really wanted to put my best foot forward. And like you said, bringing out some wonderful dishes, but being able to partner with great organizations such as Shared Table and Chick-fil-A has been instrumental in that, providing a variety of menu items for our brothers and sisters out there in need. Chicken nuggets. We're sitting there and making them into chicken and waffles for breakfast, sweet and sour chicken, as well as smothered chicken over rice. So we're doing wonderful things with the help of community partners such as Chick-fil-A and Shared Tables, and enjoying it. So we want to say thank you.
What I want to ask is what we see, and sometimes what we think about, food insecurity. What does it look like in the U.S.? We have this picture in our mind when we think of this. You think of Sally Struthers. You think about Sarah McLachlan singing a sad song in the background. We think to the extreme, but insecurities it affects young, old. You have elderly people who have to decide between paying for medication or eating. Tell us what it looks like in America. Who is the face of the people facing food insecurities?
Yeah, the reality is this is an issue that we know affects 100% of the counties in the United States. I mean, it can literally be your next door neighbor. And in the United States, it might not look like hunger that you see in other environments around the world, but there are people that are really struggling with where is my next meal coming from? And And the amount of kids that are really wrestling with the same thing. They may be fed through schools, but then when school's out, they're really asking, where's my next meal coming from? And we're hoping to be a part of that solution. You know, we just launched this brand new digital cookbook called Extra Helpings, which we're really excited about. That cookbook is actually inspired by this program, and we're hoping that even at-home chefs can kind of pitch in. You can start asking, how do you take this excess stuff that's around my house and repurpose it and not make it be food waste? And I think we can all do our part to help eliminate food waste and also serve those in need.
Give us a couple of the great recipes that are available in this cookbook.
Well, we have one. This is our St. Benny's Bistro, sweet and sour chicken. Basic is things you can take that you have in your cupboard at home. We're feeding 500 at a time. So for this meal serving, this is what it looks like.
Wow.
It's phenomenal over rice, but the flavor it's a basic but delicious recipe. Like I said, you can find it in your cupboard, but you can also add it and make your own, step it up a little bit, put some crushed red peppers in there. And we got a splash of ginger working through there, and you got a phenomenal meal. And you're
Wow.
going to want to cook at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Put that food on the table. Let me ask you another question, gentlemen. Sustainability and generosity. Sometimes in our mindset, those don't go together. How is Chick-fil-A able to deal with the issue of sustainability, but also be generous in its pursuits to help out in this problem?
I mean, at the end of the day, our corporate purpose says we exist to glorify God by being a faithful steward of all that's entrusted to us and to have a positive influence on all who come in contact with Chick-fil-A. You know, we have an incredible responsibility as we think about the customers that are eating and dining with us all across the country. And we actually see no conflict between the two of those. How do we be good stewards of what's been entrusted to us? How do we take really good care of the planet and the communities in which we're serving? And then also be very generous and make a positive influence in the lives of those we come in contact with. So we don't think there's a conflict. We actually, hopefully we can be an example to other companies and community leaders as well.
This started as a San Antonio-based thing. It's starting to grow. How would a person tune this in, bring this to their community? What would be the steps to bring this program into their local arena?
Yeah, so I would encourage you, first of all, to check out extrahelpings.com. This is where your viewers can see this new digital cookbook, and it'll be a lot of fun for you to explore and see some of these stories of these nonprofits. We'd also encourage you to check out chickfil-a.com/shared table, and that will show you all about this program and show you the just the amazing work that over 2,000 of our locations across the country are doing in local communities.
The book is called Extra Helpings. It's the first ever Chick-fil-A cookbook. You got to get some of these great recipes, and at the same time, you'll be combating a major problem that affects each and every level of society here. Guys, thank you for taking time out, telling us about this new program. It's really exciting. Like I say, we do a lot with our local food bank. This is something we can put on the table for them to look at moving forward and helping fight food insecurities. Chef, great job. Proud of your achievement.
Yes,
Thank you.
indeed.
Thank you, gentlemen, so much. We'll take a quick break. We're back with more chat right here on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2.